Hello and welcome. This is the Death Pile Diva Show, and my name is Diana. And guess what? I'm the Death Pile Diva. Today I have an amazing guest. I am so excited. We have Belladonna Vintage, maybe lesser known as, hold on, wait, let me think. A beautiful name, Maria.
Yes, you got it. Woo, you got it.
Yes. But you probably know her best as Belladonna Vintage on Instagram. And Poshmark, is it the same?
Yeah, it's Belladonna Vintage on Poshmark, but shortened because they limited,
Yeah, I know. Poshmark,
of
like,
course they
that,
wouldn't give me enough characters.
right? I know. Like, come on, Posh.
Come on,
Oh
give
my
me
gosh.
some more
Well, thank
characters.
you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to have you on the show.
Me too. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So first, I mean, like I said, I'm sure a lot of people know you. If you don't, please go follow her on Instagram right now. But just as a little intro, tell us how you got into reselling, what you resell, to kind of the usual spiel.
Okay. I got into reselling in the early 2000s on eBay, back when eBay was back before PayPal. So that
Whoa.
tells you how long. Yeah, it was all personal checks or money orders at that point. And I've done it off and on. Yeah, you would have
Oh
to
my
hold
gosh.
a personal check for 7 days, make sure it cleared, and then ship out your item. That's how old school it used to be. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
Mind blown, right? Like, thank
Like,
God for PayPal and all technology.
yeah,
Yes.
that's going
So
to
I've
take
done
like
it
a
off
week
and
to
on.
process.
I know it did, or you'd have to get money orders and you'd have to go to the actual bank, and there weren't any apps because there
Right.
was not really cell phones,
Yeah.
not ones like we have today. But I
Mhm.
started there and I done it off and on over the years, just selling my personal items. And then in 2014, I picked it back up again and decided to just go for it. And started off with eBay again. I've had an Etsy store a few times to sell vintage. And then just when Poshmark came about, jumped on there, jumped on Macari, jumped on Whatnot, and everything that's followed since. And I started out by selling vintage jewelry only. And so I've expanded since that time. Yes.
That is awesome. Well, first, I also just want to say, like, what a great example already, because you started like back in the day, and when things
Yes.
grow and change, you grew and changed with them. Like, how amazing,
Yes.
Because there is sometimes that instinct to resist change, especially for me. And it's a business, it can be really hard to adjust, but like clearly, if you just kind of, yeah, going from accepting money orders to like
Yes.
whatnot,
I know.
whoa, huge.
I
And
know this is spectrum. Yeah.
yeah, so like, and like clearly, like you've grown with it and now you're still successful. So, like, that's just amazing, first and foremost. So, now do you do all kinds of vintage items or mainly clothing, or what's the
I
mix?
do all kinds of vintage items. I mean, not all of them on Poshmark because things do better on different platforms. So I have books. I even have, vintage microscope slides from the 50s, and then clothes and decor. Yeah, all kinds of stuff.
Oh my
I
gosh.
always pick up anything interesting. So there's a lot of interesting stuff, and everything goes on eBay. I'm a little bit more choosy on what goes on Poshmark, and just because people are looking for certain things, but
For sure.
every last thing I find goes on eBay.
Yeah. No, that's a really good point too. Yeah, because I definitely do the same. I'm like, well, this sometimes I'm like, oh, it might not jive with my Poshmark closet, so I'm gonna put it on eBay and Mercari. Like,
Yes, that's
but
exactly what I do. Yes.
yeah,
Yeah,
smart.
exactly.
Awesome. So about just a guesstimate, like how big is your active inventory, your closet? If we
I actually was talking with somebody about that yesterday. I have 495 active items.
All right.
So they are stowed around the house. I don't have a very good system for that yet, but I am moving and I will have more space.
Oh, you're moving. Okay, that adds a
Yeah.
whole other element.
Yes. Across I am moving to Georgia
Okay.
from Texas. So that this will be my first high anxiety event with my inventory being put on a truck and taken away from my eyes.
Right. My babies.
Yeah, I'm like, "Wait, that's my money. That's my
Right.
money.
Exactly. Oh, my money. Oh
You're
my
taking my money. You're taking my money."
God. Yeah, that is definitely huge. I remember when we moved, it was just across town, but
But still,
it's and I was doing jewelry. I just remember I had my little like jewelry boutique and was wrapping up jewelry in the garage and it was freezing and I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, and yeah, moving made me change a lot of things, which was good, which was
yes. Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I bet it will for me too.
yeah. So about 500 and then does that like average for you?
Well, my goal a couple years ago was just to reach 100. And then my goal was to keep 250 at all times.
Ooh,
And then from there, I kind of lost track of goal and I just kept putting stuff and finding stuff and
awesome.
saying, okay. And then all of a sudden, somebody asked me last night and I was like, what do I have? I'm like, 495. That's pretty good for a part time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, I feel like I think I say this in every video because everyone is about 500. I feel like that's kind of the average. Um,
The norm. Yeah.
yeah. So, okay, awesome. So about 500 active. And tell me about your listing or your sourcing and listing process, like
Okay.
whole thing.
Most most of my items come from estate sales.
Mm,
Find some really great vintage at estate sales. I'm always drawn to, especially the 70s,
mm,
because I love 70s stuff, but all eras. But mostly estate sales, and there are some really great like trade days markets
mm,
around and that are once a month. So I go there and, you know, got familiar with a few of the vendors. So, they'll let me know if something is, great. And I go with another reseller, Red's Outpost. And she has been really integral in introducing me to different ways to source. Because
ooh,
at the beginning, I was just all about the Goodwill. And
mm,
as you know, that's like right now.
right. I know we're all like,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, so she taught me, about the markets and introduced me to some vendors and really helped me a bunch as far as my sourcing.
That's awesome.
Everything I source, I, you know, take pictures and check out eBay and I'm all selling similar.
Hmm,
Yeah.
hmm.
So I start with eBay first because they require so much information on my listing and then, use Vendu to put them to the other platforms.
That is really smart. Yeah, I was just thinking about this last night. I still list first on Poshmark because that's how I've been doing it since day one, and I
Mhm.
really need to change. Like, I either need to list first on eBay because for a lot of reasons, some of which you mentioned, or two, or
Yes.
even start my drafts on Vendu. Like, I don't know why I am so stuck in this like list on Poshmark first. No, like, why am I doing that?
Yes.
Yeah, I need to list on.
And the Vendu too is such a game changer because, I was listing before I got back into eBay.
Mhm.
I was just listing on Poshmark, then put everything over just like on my phone. Let's put everything over to Macari. And then when I started doing eBay, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so much they're asking me so much information.
Right.
You right? Do you want my blood type? What do you need? From me.
Exactly. The
So
last four of my
it was
social were
yes, my social security number, my date of birth, like what do you want?
yeah.
So it was recommended to me that to, do eBay first and then pull it into Vendu. So that's my process. List on eBay first, pull it into Vendu, then put it out to the rest of the platforms.
Nice. Okay. And you said that you are part-time, right?
I am part-time. I work full-time during the week, but I work from home, which is super helpful, you
Okay.
know, during downtimes during the day, if there are any, I can, do delist and relist or take a few pictures or just do my listings in eBay.
Yeah. And so
And I
many,
list first,
yeah.
I draft first, add pictures later. What I do.
I do the opposite. I draft with the photos and then add the info later. Isn't that funny?
Okay, I do the opposite of
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Man, and that wait, I was just gonna say listing. Oh, and it's just so interesting how I just if there's any men watching, I know there probably isn't, but if there are, any men work from home also have a side hustle? Because I feel like it's a woman's game. We're like, I'm already working full time. What else can I add? And like we just keep
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. You
right.
see, and I only hear about the um like men, I don't know, in my mind,
Mhm.
they're not very much social media people. So I see, the like Instagram only with really big sellers that are male. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. I do. Yeah, it's just an interesting, like, we're just, I'm just fascinated by women because we are amazing and we do all the things and then we do them well. And like, how do we do that? I don't know.
It was so many it's so many spinning plates.
Right.
I mean, like you're taking your full time reselling, you're doing this, you have a little one, you're keeping your house, you're making sure everybody eats. It's a lot of things.
Like, what?
It's a lot.
It is a lot. Yeah. So go us.
Yeah.
That's just awesome.
Yeah,
Right.
go us.
Yeah.
Go the women. Women, woo!
Seriously. Yeah. And if there's any men, you go too. But women, woohoo.
You go too, and you tell Diana about it, and she can get your perspective on one of her shows.
Yeah. Oh my God. Seriously. I
Yeah.
would love to have, ooh, I would love to have my husband on here because he's also a full-time reseller. Hmm.
Is he?
Mhm. I don't think he would, but now I'm gonna ask him.
Yeah, it might be hard getting a guy to just like sit down and do it,
Yeah. Yeah, though he
Especially your
definitely
husband, like
mhm.
your husband would be like, we talk all day. What are we gonna say on the show?
Yeah, and knowing him, it'd have to be like an after dark show. Like it'd be like only for 18 up. Oh my goodness, who knows what's gonna be said. Oh,
Well, that's really cool. I did not know that. How long has he been doing it?
he's been doing it a little longer than I have. I want to say this will be his 6th year, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he does mainly eBay, Amazon, electronics, books, things that aren't pretty.
Mhm.
Yeah. Just
Amazon is so scary. I dipped my toe into Amazon last year and I was like, ah, yeah.
Amazon is definitely um it's a whole other beast. Like
Yes. Yes.
yeah, it's yeah, definitely. I know some people are scared of eBay. I'm like if you're scared of eBay, like Amazon is just I don't even know.
Oh,
I can't
Amazon
even.
is talk about because I was listing, I had like 5 or 7 vintage books that are collector's items. They were signed, they were numbered. And I'm going in Amazon and putting them on my Amazon store, whatever they call it over there.
Right.
It traumatized me, so I block it out of my mind. But I I'm over there and I'm trying to put in the book, and the first one does well because there's already one on Amazon.
Okay.
Well, the remainder of those books, they're like, we can't approve you because we need to know that's a real item. I take a picture, I send the picture. They're like, no, we need a in real life picture. And so I'm looking at the description of what's an in real life picture. They're like, on the table or of you holding it. So I had to send them a bunch of pictures of me like holding a book like this. It's real. This is my real hand and my
Right.
real arm holding this book. I really for real have
Wow.
it. It was such a daunting, and there were a couple that I just couldn't get approved. And I'm like, I can't, my anxiety level will not take this
Yeah.
kind of drama.
Amazon has the highest standards. And as
Yes.
customers, we all unknowingly appreciate them. Right? Like they're like,
Yes. Oh, I do. I mean, I buy so much of everything
right?
from
Right.
Amazon.
I know, like for business, baby,
So
house
yeah.
life, yeah, all of it.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, I need tape. Oh yeah, bubble,
I just
whatever.
ordered tape this morning.
So
Yep.
yeah. I
Exactly.
just ordered bubble wrap this morning. So we're like all set. We got our deliveries working.
Right?
But yeah, I mean, I appreciate it as a customer, but as a seller, it would have been a lot easier had I had items that were actually on the marketplace already. but the process of getting, you know, I'm expecting, you know, like Poshmark or eBay where they list your item. Okay,
Right.
click.
Yeah.
but
Everyone's
but
behind you,
not so
do
much.
it. And Amazon's like,
Woo! Not
let
so
me
much.
double check.
Amazon's like, no, we have a team of 20 people looking at this one thing. Send us a picture of your arm.
Yep. Yeah. Or like if Charlie, he'll get some books that like the last one sold will be something insane like $500, so he'll list it for 500, and then Amazon was like, nope, you're price gouging, and he's like, but based on your graph and your information, like I should be price
Yeah, it's
gouging
like this.
it. Like
You
what?
told me. I didn't
Right.
tell you. You told me.
You told me to do this. Yeah,
Yes.
he has the patience and brain for it, so good for him.
Yeah, I do not. I don't think I do. I would have to hire an Amazon lister,
Okay.
somebody who would
Absolutely.
just deal with all that because I cannot. I have way too much anxiety to deal with that.
Yeah. Oh gosh, he'll be like, "Oh no, Amazon, like sent me a thing and it says I have 10 days to do this, but I already did it." And da 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 da. Like the anxiety truly that comes with Amazon is really,
Yes.
it's a lot. And it can totally be worth it. Like he does very well. But there are
Oh
moments
yeah.
where it's like
Yeah.
like oh my God, my Amazon.
Yes. I
Yeah.
mean, eventually in the future, I want to be more active on there with like, hey, here's some VHSs or DVDs or buy this for
Mhm.
$5. There are 700 on here. They won't get mad at me for that. I won't be sending arm pictures holding, you know, something. So,
Today's
you know, it's
newspaper.
a work in, yes, today's newspaper, proof of life, proof of
Right.
life.
Oh my God, so ridiculous. Yeah, hopefully they'll make it. It seems like right now they're making it a little tougher because so many people have joined Amazon. So it feels like
Yeah.
we've been talking about it. It feels like they're trying to trim some of it because it's gotten really big.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully the next couple of years things will kind of level out and maybe become easier.
Right. And I was also told, you know, you make sure to list things to Amazon every week. Girl, I have not listed anything to Amazon in 7 months. I was so traumatized by that book experience. I'm like, I'm not even logging on there. I don't even want to log on.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm scared of you.
Yeah. No, if it sells, let me know and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. Just let me know. And I don't want to even log on there to delete the one that sold on Macari. You're like, I'm not going on. I'm not even going over there. I
Yeah.
don't even want to go over there unless I'm buying something. I don't want to go to my seller side.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I totally feel that.
Let me out of there. Let me just buy things.
Right? Exactly. Well, I gave you my money. Let's see. Well, now time for the maybe not so fun question. Fun one.
Okay, let's dive in.
So tell me about unlisted inventory. What are we working with? How many rooms? About how many items? All that stuff.
Okay. Well, it's actually just a bag and a shelf, but it's one of those paper bags with the handles that you get from the store. And all of my death pile
Mhm.
is vintage ephemera, like postcards, newspaper, you know, articles, even like library checkout cards from, you know, the 40s or the 50s. I have so much ephemera and I just glance at it, glance at the bag. And you know, the thing is, I don't know why I procrastinate so much about it. I have probably close to 100 items
Okay. Right, because they're so
in that.
small.
Yeah, they're so small and you know, it's postcards, it's letters, it's things like that. I have probably about 100 unlisted items.
Mm.
And for some, I mean, it's easy. They're easy to photograph. They're easy to ship. Why I just stare out, I look at the bag every day and then continue about my business. I could not tell you. So any tips that you have, I am
Right.
open to.
They're like, good
Yeah.
morning, bag. Hello. Here we
Yeah. I'm
are.
like, hello, bag. I'm ignoring you again today.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, are they from one place all, the postcards and everything?
No,
Are they kind of from different sales?
they're from different estate. They're all from different estate sales,
Okay.
all from different state. And I get so excited about, I picked up a box full at one estate sale. So I'm like, okay, that's in the bag or that's on the shelf. And then in the bag is all the loose ones I've picked up here and there.
Mhm.
And, you know, I get them mostly from estate sales. Every now and then a garage sale will have something, but
Mhm.
mostly estate sale.
Yeah. And like even Charlie finds all the time in books old letters and like the old library cards. They are so
Yes.
like So, so cool.
Yes, everything is so cool. I just don't want to list it. I don't know why.
Right. Yeah, do you feel, like, attached to these pieces at all?
I don't feel attached to them, but I feel like I don't want to. I mean, I have a template in eBay that it's just plug in info. I don't know. I don't know why I don't want to go in that bag or that box. I mean, I did. I was really gung ho when I got the big box of it, and I did get through, maybe 50
Oh,
pieces.
okay.
But then other than that, I mean, now it's just like I really should dig into it because some of the things just kind of sold right away, things I didn't expect, you
Mm,
know, and they sold right away. I'm like, I should really put the rest of this up because who knows, right? Yet I stare at the bag every day.
that's
Yet I'm
perfect.
like, hello,
Right. Good morning.
like,
What
hello,
tea would you
I'm
like?
gonna be over here.
Yeah. Should we have lunch
I'm
together?
not looking, I'm not looking at you.
Right. Yes,
Yeah.
so actually I was gonna say, because sometimes I know if I get, like, a lot of one thing and then I list a few and they don't really sell like I thought, then my motivation to list the rest, like, really drops. Yeah, so you
Yes.
said, like, a few sold right away, like, how's maybe, like, the ROI, the, return on investment, things like that?
Well, very, very good. Apparently, and I didn't know this, in this box of ephemera I bought were a lot of vintage Jehovah Witness postcards that had like different locations of gatherings that they had, or camps that they had, or some of the Jehovah Witness buildings. And I didn't know, I was clueless as to the fact that people collect these.
Yeah.
So they are collectible. And within 2 weeks, I had all my Jehovah Witness items, postcards, ephemera gone.
Oh my god.
Some of them were unposted, some of them were posted, and people were like bundling and like on eBay, I want to buy these three. And it blew my mind. So then I think I got kind of sad because I'm like, I don't have any more Jehovah Witness in there.
But I want more of that.
But I want more of the Jehovah Witness.
Right.
Yeah, because the return on that, I mean, you figure the box, I paid $20 for an entire box of stuff. And, they were selling but like $18 to $23 a piece.
Wow. Okay.
So I
Oh,
got very
so why
sad
you
when
made
I
your money
ran out.
back.
Yes. And I got very sad when I was out of Jehovah Witness items. So now I'm trolling every time I go to an estate sale. I'm like, I know I have a whole bunch of unlisted ephemera. I want the Jehovah Witness things.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, now I do
Yeah,
too.
because
Like,
yeah, look for them because it's a bolo.
it is
Yeah.
wild to me, just the things that people collect and pay for. It's
Hmm.
absolutely amazing. Like, why do people want that? I don't
Yes.
know, but who
Yes.
cares?
I mean, I don't know either, but that's just why when I see something unusual, I have to pick it up. I'm like, there can't be very many of these, and somebody has to
Right.
want it,
Right.
you know,
Okay. Do
but
you
I
feel
had
like,
no clue.
yeah, people are a mystery. Now, do you feel like
Yeah. And
you
even
have, yeah,
nuts. It's like crazy.
right? I know, like you just want this old thing that doesn't apply anymore? Okay, sure.
Yeah. Like yeah, give me all the old things.
Right. Do you
Yeah.
feel like a lot of the items are similar? Like, could they be grouped maybe into lots?
Well, I do have one lot up on eBay now that are it's like 30 postcards
Okay.
from Tokyo. And it's like somebody bought them. They didn't write the postcards home, but they're in their own little envelope and very cute. That I have listed on a lot, but my friend from Red's Outpost,
Mhm.
she sells a ton of ephemera, and she said, really go ahead and list them separately because if people are collectors, they may have these already, but they want this.
That's a good
So
point.
I think that's another thing that might stop me because I can't say, here's 40 postcards. Yay.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Like, look at this.
Yeah.
Woohoo. Yeah, that
Yeah. Like
definitely.
take a big hot, yeah. Like I did with the ones from Tokyo. But Some I might bundle because even old newspaper clippings, old
Mhm.
newspapers, um, like right now I have from World War II, the paid, like the war is over. I
Wow.
found it in a state sale. Yes, it is so delicate that if you move it, I mean, it's very deteriorated on the edges, so I have to be super careful with it. And I thought about maybe putting that with another one from the same time period, but
Mhm.
then it always rings in my mind. If people are collectors, they might already have this and they want that. So
That's a good
I
point.
just need to get my button gear and have like motivation. I need to have a check-in with somebody, a weekly check-in. How much ephemera did you
Right? Like, how many did you list? Let's see. Now,
like
for
accountability?
right. Now you're because you work from home and we work full
Yes.
time. So do you have like an official lunch break or anything? Or is it kind of like willy-nilly throughout the day?
I do stuff willy-nilly
Okay.
throughout the day, and I will tell you, there is 1,000% no excuse, none, none, for me not to grab 5 things a day and put them, to my side table and just start doing them. There is absolutely no excuse, because unless I am out of town, they're right here with me, staring at me every day. I just move them over here and do something.
Right. Well, that was actually going to be like, hey, let's maybe just take 5 a day. And I really like, I have to do this for myself. I set things out the night before because in the morning I walk into my office and it's like, oh, hell, like what, yesterday is like completely forgotten. So I have to kind of have things. I'm like, oh, that's right. I cleaned shoes yesterday because I was going to photograph them today. Okay. Like it just, new day is always shocking to me. So maybe,
Well, you know what?
yeah.
Good idea. That's a great idea, actually. Like if before I logged off of work and everything for the day, if I just took 5 things and set them to the side, like, you got to do this today, lady. What is
Right.
wrong with you?
Right. Like just five. And then probably
Yeah, just
once you,
five small.
right. And it's probably not going to take too long.
No, it really doesn't. That's another thing. It really doesn't with that. It's not like clothes where you're measuring and you're
Right.
doing all the things that you're doing for clothing.
Right.
So really, it's just my own laziness. I can only blame myself.
No, and it's not lazy. It's just, for whatever reason, sometimes things we get it and we're like, oh my God, why? Like, I don't want to list this. Like, why was,
You know,
why? Why? Especially, I will say
it's just
estate
like,
sales for me. That is because the estate sales, it's busy. There's the pressure. Everyone's looking at everything. So I just like grab stuff and then I'm like, what? I paid $8. What was I thinking?
like,
What did I do?
why did I do that?
Yeah. What's going on? Oh my goodness. Um, yeah, so about, I don't know, like maybe a guesstimate, how long do you think it would take you to photograph like 5 pieces?
Oh my gosh. To photograph 5 would definitely take me under 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes.
Okay,
This
perfect.
whole process for the ephemera and the small items don't take me very long at all.
That's
So it's
awesome.
just, I got no excuse.
Do they require a lot of research at all?
Not the postcards, but some things I will research, like that newspaper I was telling you about, or newspaper clippings.
Okay.
Especially, one thing that's really big with news clippings and just flyers in general, um, is anything Western or rodeo related,
Mhm.
because people will actually ask, okay, who's in the photo? Who is that, the rodeo that thus and so person was at? And they'll actually ask you. So I try to make sure to research, if not just list, the highlights, if the
Mhm.
article says who was
Wow.
at the rodeo I live in Texas, I've never been to a rodeo. So I don't even know how the whole rodeo thing plays out. But I try to give as much information as I can is from research and just from what's obvious.
That is, I mean, there's so much rodeo stuff here in Colorado, and I never thought to really look at it. And yeah, I'm not an expert by any means. I have also never been to a rodeo, although
Yeah.
I'm convinced, total side note, I think I would be really good at like riding a bull. Like, I think I would be excellent. Like, I don't know why. I genuinely think I would be a champion. Like, just out
You
the
probably would be. You probably would be.
I don't know. I think when I was like 12, 10, 11, 12, there was some kind of, we were in Arizona, one of those like old town, like touristy
Yeah.
places. And
Yes.
there was like one of those mechanical bowls, and the lady ended up just spinning me for like a minute just to get me off because I just didn't let go. And afterwards, everyone came up to me, they're like, "You were so good." And my arm, I couldn't move. I was like, "Thank you." Like, I can't move my
Hey,
arm, but thank you.
I'm great.
Yeah, no, I would like, and I was just shocked that so many people were impressed. I was like, can I do this for real? And then I see, the men do
This
it.
is gonna be, I'm the rodeo queen.
I was like, that's really not like just squeeze your legs, hold on real tight, and like you're good. Like, just what's so hard?
Yes,
Again, having never
that is
actually
so
done it.
funny.
But yeah, I'm convinced.
Well, I feel like we should definitely attend a rodeo together because then it will be literally our first rodeo.
Right. Oh my God. Oh my God, we should. Oh my God, we
We can
totally
have
should.
t-shirts.
Yes.
Yeah, we can have t-shirts. This
Oh
is my
my
first
God.
rodeo.
Right. This is literally my first rodeo. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yes, I love that.
Imagine the videos we could imagine the content we could create during our first video experience. I mean, our first rodeo experience.
Oh my gosh. They would, yeah, I know people would definitely have a ball with me.
Yeah, me too. I think we should go because you have the experience at riding the ball,
Right.
and I am the most uncoordinated person on the planet. So it would definitely be like an Abbott and Costello situation.
I love this. The Death Pile
Yeah.
Diva show goes to Texas. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I would love it.
We're going somewhere. We're going to a rodeo.
Yes. That is
Plan
awesome.
it up.
That is awesome. Now I like really wanted to like now I
I know. I feel like we would go viral. Imagine how our sales would increase.
right?
Like buy the top that I'm wearing when I fall off
Right?
the
Yeah.
bleachers, not even the bull, the bleachers.
Oh my God. Buy the hat that flew off my head when I was trampled by the bull.
Yes, that would be epic.
Oh my God. You know what?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
I like it. That's a good
I
time.
don't even know when rodeo season is. I have to check because, like I said, never
I
been,
know.
don't know.
Like yeah, in Wyoming, I know they have a big to do at some point during the year, and that's about it. That's my knowledge.
Yeah, you go. At some point during the year, there's a thing. Let's go
Exactly.
to it.
Something happens, and yeah, it's up that
Yeah,
way.
let's go to it. Yes.
Oh my gosh, I love this. Well, thinking about timing and everything. So, okay, if it, I was just thinking it probably take you about, no, well, I was gonna say how long I could stay in a bowl. Who really knows? But like, so it really won't take you too long. Yeah, like 5 items. You said maybe 5 to 10 minutes, depending on a lot of factors. That's awesome. So maybe even if you
Yeah.
like set a little reminder and like a timer for yourself, even like say, okay, I have 5 minutes. Let's see how many I could do. Make a little competition.
Oh, that's a good idea. Competition with myself.
Right. Could be like yesterday I did 5 minutes and six. Like, let me see if I could do seven or I love competing with myself. So
Well, you know what? Because I've already thought of I have already thought of an award that I could win if I completed like X in a week. I would get donuts. I
yes.
would get a pile of donuts as
What,
my treat.
because I love donuts. What are like a
Yes,
variety? What's your favorite donut? I gotta know.
I love the glazed with the chocolate on top. That is my absolute favorite donut. And then all the fancy donuts from the fancy shops.
Oh yeah.
But my go-to old school working woman's donut is the chocolate glazed.
Love it. So good. So good. Yeah. I know I like all donuts. I like that one. Boston cream. Classic.
Oh, Boston cream
Fancy.
is so good.
Mm, yeah.
What is your opinion on the jelly donut? I also love a jelly donut.
I've grown more to like it, but it's still
Mhm.
I just can't get into it. I'm like, it's jelly. I want chocolate.
Well, that's true. Chocolate. Yes. And anything messy that I have to eat over the sink, is a plus.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the other thing. Like, because it would, it's always like powdery with the sugar, and then
Yes.
yeah, so I can't like eat it in my car like on the way to
Yeah.
work.
You
So
can't just get it to go. Yeah. No, because then you'd arrive people would think, what the hell happened to you? There's a murder, jelly all over
Right.
you, powder.
Like, what kind of weird drug murder was this? Like,
I know. I mean, and I say that because I watch a lot of true crime. So, if I saw you, I'd go, I want to be interviewed when her story comes out.
right, right. Exactly. There she was. She had this white powder on her face.
She had blood on her face
Just
and powdery residue on her hands.
like, I just finished listing. I got a donut. Like, calm down.
Exactly. It's my reward.
My reward.
I
And I
listed
love,
25 items.
yes, like I love giving yourself a reward, a non-sourcing thrifting award, like for
Yes. Oh, yeah.
completing
Yes.
a task. Like that is, I use that in my life all the time. And just, yeah, food is a big motivator. Like, okay, when I, even something simple, I say, okay, when I finish this pair of shoes, I can go have lunch. Like just knowing food is coming is always helping me. So
Yes. Oh, that's a big motivator for me. If I know that there's some snack involved at the end, then I'm
right.
good.
It's
Give me
like
the
the
snack.
carrot, but
I
like,
know a snack is coming. A
right, but
snack
like
is
a donut.
coming.
There's
Yes.
still a donut in front of us.
So I am going to commit
Yes.
to listing starting Monday.
Yes.
I'm going to list at least 5
Mhm.
a day. My goal is to be at 25 by next Friday or Saturday afternoon. And on Sunday, I will send you a picture of me eating a donut.
Yes. Oh my God, please. Oh my God. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
And hopefully, yeah,
That's what I'm gonna do.
yeah, maybe I could even include it in here somehow. I'll figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I am committing to it. I'm writing a post-it. When I write a post-it, serious business.
Yep. Same. I know, like I used to have so many post-its. Now I'm like, no, I need them to be special. So like I really I make my post-its purposeful.
Yes, purposeful post-its. We could start a company. That's a good name of a closet. Yeah,
Purposeful post-its.
purposeful post-its.
Okay. Well, I'm super excited for you. I think you're going to have stuff listed because also I think once you do 5, you'll be like, oh my God, I could do another 5 more. Like you're going to blow through those.
Yes. If I am at 25 next Saturday, on the following day on Sunday, I will send you a picture of me having my victory donut.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't
doing
wait
it.
for that
I'm doing
photo.
it. You have motivated me.
Woohoo! Yay, I'm so excited.
Woo!
That is awesome. Oh my gosh. Well, it has been an absolute blast to chat with you. I wish we were neighbors, but one day.
Me
One day.
too. We would always be at the rodeo.
I know. Yeah, maybe it's good we're not neighbors. We would just like cause chaos.
Yeah, your husband.
Fun chaos.
Your husband was like, "Are you gonna be? When are you coming home from your rodeoing, honey?"
Like, not yet. Like, oh my gosh, too fun. Well, I assume you probably have to get back to real work, boo. But
Yes. Well, I have to eat. I'm hungry
okay, yeah, eating
now.
priority.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, enjoy your lunch, and I look forward to your
Thank
donut
you.
photo.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for coming on, and thank you guys for watching. Be sure to tune in next week for another reseller and more Death Files. See you on the flip side.
Bye.